Keith Dykes here with W.K.D. Construction, and today we're going to form and pour a concrete bar top for an outside application. I built a custom home for a client, finished up, I guess it was last summer, and he's got all his handrails around his pool, and we anticipated he wanted a bar top, so we talked to the fab guys. They made some supports, and we're going to pour a concrete bar top. This is 20 inches wide, it's 8 feet long. As you see, we formed it. I used melamine, which melamine is an ideal product to form concrete on. You actually form it basically upside down, pour it in place. This will be, the top side will be the bottom. So you don't have to worry about finishing it and all that. You just put it in there, we'll vibrate it, and it will be absolutely as slick as that sheet of plywood, or not plywood, but melamine. But that's it. So stay tuned, and we'll go through the process and the steps of how we form and what we use to pour. We need 20 inches.
20 3/4.
20 3/4. 20, well, just, no, actually I'm gonna put the form on the outside and then this one will be, so just do 20.
Huh.
Now that I have the sides ripped down, which I just use melamine, and you want to use something that's really slick. I've used 2x in the past or 1x, and then you can actually use some packaging tape and make it real smooth, real slick. But melamine works really well as too. And I'm going to stick it in the Craig jig, and we will make some pocket holes. And I will be able to fasten it right to the top of the base part of the melamine. Get it adjusted, right? The bar top we're going to build needs to be 20 inches wide and 8 feet long. So I just measured 20, made a pencil line, and I will fasten the melamine side right to that line. I'm just using 1 1/4 coarse threaded Craig screws. But I started my first screw, I don't know, about 1.5 inches off the edge. And then every foot. And these on the side, I'm just going to use the plywood as a nice square corner. And I will take the form, which will run from here to the bottom. I'm just going to screw it to the side versus toe screwing or Craig screwing into the face of the melamine. So this is the other side. Like I said, I'm gonna fasten it to the side right here. So I'll just take the drag bit and pre-drill some holes. Little tip of the day, if you don't have another hand. Got it. Now we can start there. Well, there we have a simple concrete form for a bar top. 20 inches wide, 8 feet long, and the sides are 1.5 inches thick. So I'll go ahead and I will silicone this inside joint right here on the corners and all the way around the perimeter. We'll let that dry and we'll get some wire and we'll be ready to pour. I'm just going to use 100% silicone and I'll make a nice bead on the corner, but make sure it's nice. If you're not very good, then it's going, however your silicone is the way the edge of the concrete will be after it's set. So but I'll show you a little trick. The Windex. This is just a tile spacer and I kind of rounded the edge just a little bit. Kind of the same purpose as the popsicle stick. All right, we have the form built. It is all silicone with a nice super smooth bead. So you want that super smoothness, because that way when you take it out of the form, it's going to be nice and tight. But we'll let that dry nice and cure. We don't want any tackiness before we pour, but we'll probably take it over on the back of the shop here. We'll set it up, make sure it's nice and level. And I got some Saccrete. We'll add some Portland cement to it. This is not going to be a professional concrete countertop mix. I'm just going to use Saccrete. We'll add some Portland and to get a lot more strength and of course a lot more cement and make a slicker finish. So stay tuned and we'll get this going. I'm gonna go ahead and put a level on it. Get it pretty darn close. Just use some shims and then shim it up, make sure it's straight with the level. The guys do this for a living. They've got a table for this. So this is kind of a novice way of doing it. But it works. So I was just plain Sack Creek. I'm probably going to do 3 scientific cups full of Portland.
It's gonna be hard.
That's it. We'll wait right. My handy dandy mixer. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of offload it. I don't know, I may hit it with a finished trowel just one time. That way, because you'll be able to see underneath it. I don't want it real rough, so I may just hit it, just kind of smooth it out a little bit. I'd probably go ahead and hit this one more time, maybe twice. Get the water off of it. And that's the cool thing about using the melamine. I mean, you're basically pouring it upside down. You vibrate it, and it's going to be as slick as that sheet of melamine. So I mean, it's a game changer. It's a no-brainer, and you don't have to spend all night trying to finish it. You're done. One step, that's it. All right, y'all, the bar top is complete. As you saw, we took it out of the form. We brought it out here, set it on the sawhorses, let the moisture dry out of it just a little bit. It was still kind of dark, but we applied some chemical acid stain. I used a walnut color and a black. And then I used a UV resistant water-based concrete sealer, and then put a little wax finish on top of it, buffed it, and man, it turned out pretty sweet. So Britt says it looks like a piece of leather, so but I'll give you a little peek. But you can definitely see the shine in it. So what we're gonna do now is we'll probably just keep it on this cradle and put some handles on it. We'll load it into the van, take it to Paris, Tennessee, to Mr. Simmons, and install it. That's what I was talking about with the melamine. Man, look at that. I didn't finish, you know, of course we poured it upside down. It does have a few dimples in it, but man, that sucker is slick. Even without the wax on it, man, it's really slick. Should hold up to weather really well, and every periodically he can go back and put a little sealer on it. Alright, y'all, we got it installed. We're here at the Simmons place and they're ready to serve drinks, so I'll spin this around, let you see what it looks like. I did put a little silicone in between the concrete and the steel, maybe give a little separation where we won't get moisture to hold in there. And then the handrail guys just made a couple brackets and put a couple cap cons in there. That's gonna be a nice view. All right, y'all, there we have it. That was my method on how I precast a concrete bar top. Turned out fantastic. The clients were super happy. We finished the install right before the graduation party. So that was, they were really happy. But anyway, they got drinks by the pool. You know what I'm saying? It looks good. Maybe you'll make one now. That's, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll just help you out. It's not a hard thing, so. But if you like what we're doing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.